Narendra, I have attained my present state of mind as a result of much suffering and pain. You have not passed through any such suffering. I now realize that without trials and tribulations, one cannot resign oneself to God and depend on Him absolutely. Well, X is so modest and humble. He is totally self-effacing. Can you tell me how I can develop humility? M. Speaking about your ego, the master said, whose ego is it? Narendra. What did he mean? M. A friend one day said to Radhika, you are egotistic. That is why you insulted Krishna. Whereupon another friend said to the first, yes, Radhika is egotistic, no doubt. But whose ego is it? What she meant was that Radha was egotistic because she regarded Krishna as her Lord. It was Krishna himself who kept that ego in Radha. What the master meant was that it is God alone who has kept this ego in you so that He may accomplish many things through you. Narendra. But my ego loudly proclaims to all that I have no suffering. M. Smiling. You may loudly proclaim it, if that be your sweet will. The conversation turned to other devotees. Narendra. The master said about Bijoy Goswami, he is knocking at the door. M. That is to say, he has not yet entered the room. At Shampukur, Bijoy said to the master, I saw you at Dhaka in this tangible form, in this very body. You were there too. Narendra. Devendra Babu and Ram Babu want to renounce the world. They are trying hard. Ram Babu told me privately that he would give up the world after 2 years. M. After 2 years? After making provision for his children? Narendra. Besides, he will rent his present house and buy a small house. Other relatives will arrange his daughter's marriage. M. Gopal is in an exalted state of mind, isn't he? Footnote. Gopal, referring to Nitya Gopal. Footnote ends. Narendra. What do you mean? M. So much emotion, so much weeping and such exaltation in the name of God. Narendra, does mere emotion make a man spiritually great? Youngsters like Kali, Sharad, Shoshi, and Sharuda are more spiritual than Gopal. How great their renunciation is! Gopal does not accept the master, does he? M. That is true. The master remarked that Gopal did not belong to the circle of his devotees, but I saw him show great reverence for Sri Ramakrishna. Narendra, what did you say? M. At that time, I was just becoming acquainted with Sri Ramakrishna. One day, after the meeting of the devotees in his room had broken up, I came out and saw Gopal on the footpath, kneeling with folded hands before the master. The moon was shining brightly overhead. It was the red path sprinkled with brick dust. Just outside the long veranda, north of the master's room. Nobody else was there. It appeared to me that Gopal had taken shelter at Sri Ramakrishna's feet, and the master was encouraging him. Narendra, I didn't see it. M. Further, the master used to say, Gopal is in the state of a Paramhansa. But I also distinctly remember his forbidding Gopal to be intimate with woman devotees. Many a time he warned him about it. Narendra, speaking to me about Gopal, the master asked why, if Gopal was a real Paramhamsa, he should hanker after money. He doesn't belong to this place, the master said. Those who are my own will always come here. He used to be angry with tea because he was Gopal's constant companion and didn't come to the master more often. Gopal has spiritual realizations, no doubt, the master said to me. But he has attained them all of a sudden, without the necessary preparations. He is not one of my own. If he is, why haven't I wept for him? Some are proclaiming Gopal as the reincarnation of Nityananda. But times without number the master said to me, in me alone are embodied Advaita, Chaitanya and Nityananda. I am all these three. Footnote. Advaita and Nityananda were intimate companions of Chaitanya. Footnote ends.